Welcome back. Let us go through the question first. On a two-lane road, car A is traveling with speed of 36 km per hour. Two cars B and C approach car A in opposite directions with a speed of 54 km per hour each. At a certain instant, when the distance AB is equal to distance AC, both being 1 km, B decides to overtake A before C does. What minimum acceleration of car B is required to avoid an accident? Let us understand the context first. Suppose this is a two-lane road and this is car A. It is given that car B and C are running in different directions. Suppose this is a car and this is another car. Let us assume this is car B and this is car C. And if A is moving towards this direction, B is moving towards this direction and C is moving towards this direction, because we know B and C are running through opposite directions. So this is the initial distance between A and B, and this is the initial distance between A and C. Now the question talks about an instant where AB is equal to AC. That means these both distances are equal and they both are 1 kilometer, right? So if they come at a similar in a same position at the same time, that means there could be uh, a clash, right? Because this is a two-lane road, so three cars can't be in the same position in the same time at the same instance, right? And for one car to avoid that accident, it needs to get past this A. It could be either B, it could be either C. So B decides to overtake A before C comes here so that it can avoid the accident. And for that, B needs to have a minimum acceleration, right? Because C does not need much of a time to come here, because they both are running in opposite direction, so the relative velocity is already high here, so B needs to accelerate. Now let us go through the solution to the question. So velocity of car A, B and C are given, as we can see from the question itself, and velocity of car A is 36 km per hour converted to 10 meter per second. Velocity of car B and C are 54 km per hour converted to 15 meter per second. Now A and B are traveling in the same direction and A and C are traveling in the opposite direction. So we need to find out the time in which A would reach C or C would reach A. Now what is VAC? It's the velocity of A with respect to C. It's the relative velocity, and as we know, A and C are running through the opposite directions. The relative velocity would be 10 plus 15, which is 25 meter per second square. Now putting it into the formula, where the distance is 1 kilometer or 1000 meter, we get time as 40 seconds. So 40 seconds is the max time in which B has to overtake A so that it can avoid the clash. Now the relative velocity of of B with respect to A is what? It's 5 meter per second, because they are running in the same direction. So 10 minus 5, which is 5 meter per second. Now we have our time here, we have our distance here, we have our speed or velocity here. What do we need to find? We need to find A. So if we want to accomplish that, we need to use this particular formula. S is equal to ut plus half at square, where u is 5, t is 40 seconds, and t is 40 second as well, right? Because they both are same. And S is 1000 meter. So we get A to be 1 meter per second square. So it is the minimum amount of acceleration that B needs to avoid the accident. Hope you understand. See you in the next one.